coming. Please help yourself to breakfast and not as we sponsored. The Torah says, "Vayifen kol v'kol." Moshe saw an Egyptian striking a Jew. Vayifen kol v'kol. He turned this way and that way. Vayarki and he saw there wasn't any man there. Vayachas the Mitzri, hit the Mitzri. Vayitnei b'chol, he hit him in the sand. So Rashi says, what did Moshe do? Moshe looked prophetically in this person's background in the future, see if there are any converts to Judaism. And once he saw there were no converts to Judaism in this man's future, he was able to kill him. So the obvious question is why do Rashi have to go to this interpretation? Let him just look this way and that way and see if there's nobody around. So the answer that Rabbi Yaakov Kamenetsky says is that there were people around. Dust and Avim were around. So had he really looked around, he would have seen them. So they had to be on a different level, on a more spiritual level. That's the way he concludes. The Brenner says, in this particular situation, is that this man who hit the Jew was liable to the death penalty from up above. The halach is if a non-Jew hits a Jew, he could be liable to the death penalty, but that's not inflicted by a Jewish court, only by God. Since Moshe was using the ineffable name of God to strike him, so therefore, in God's, when a regular bezin sentences somebody, they don't care about the surroundings. But God, when He punishes somebody, looks into the factor. Will its failing be affected the future? So that's why He says it. However, I think it's the rough that I like the best answer. That Yifen Chol B'Chol, he turned to the right in society and wanted to see if anybody was going to defend the Jews. Then he went to the liberals, to the left side of society, to this side. He saw that nobody was going to protect the Jews. They didn't care about the Jews were being beaten up and being persecuted. You know what he concluded? Kainish, there's no people here. There's no mention around the town. And according to this, Vayachas Mitzri, which Mitzri did he kill? The Egyptian part of himself. That was killed when he saw to the right and to the left. They couldn't care what happened to the Jews. And that's what did it for Moshe Rabbeinu. Have a wonderful day. Have a great Shabbos.